Guild Expedition Level 4 Iron Age in Forge of Empires. A warning before we start. This is not a beginner's video. All fights in this video use a bonus of 90% on attack and defense. New players usually don't have such high bonuses. This video uses so many rogues a beginner in this game cannot have. This video is to demonstrate how the battles of level 4 look like if you build an Iron Age battle city to collect as many diamonds as possible every week. I explained this method in a previous video. For the first platform I pick 8 ballistas. I never constructed a ballista camp, but I have enough ballistas from rewards received at the platforms of the first 3 levels of the guild expedition. Ballistas are best against archers. Light units are a bigger challenge for them. Due to their great range, it is easy to eliminate all other units first and rogues last. The second wave is much more difficult for ballistas, but these units come in 2 groups to be handled one after another. This way we can eliminate the fast units first and the light units afterwards. Rogues are again targeted last. This way this battle does not cause lost units. The reward for this first platform of level 4 always are 2 forge points. The second platform has so many different unit types that archers or light units would have too many losses. Heavy units are my preference here. The mounted warriors of wave 1 really cause 1 lost unit. As long as this battle city does not have an Alcatraz, it is very important to reduce the number of lost units. Therefore, this is not whining at a high level if a unit gets lost. Against wave 2, it then looks great again. For most players, 20 goods are a nice reward, but an Iron Age battle city has no real need for these. Platform 3 again is excellent for using ballistas. This works very well against wave 1. The opponent's units have different speed and therefore they can be handled one after another. The second wave is a bit more difficult. Again, it sounds strange if I complain about losing 2 ballistas, but remember that I am not producing ballistas and I depend on those ballistas that I win as rewards, and these are limited. To receive 20 medals instead of the diamonds is bad luck. In case you don't have a clear preference for a specific team, you just use light units plus rogues as a standard team that works in nearly all cases. I can rebuild the light units easily and therefore it isn't too bad to lose some. Looking on wave 2, many people might doubt that my decision to use light units was wise. But I made the experience that I will not lose a single rogue here, and as mentioned before, I can replace the soldiers easily. Blueprints for the Temple of Relics are not really what I was waiting for, but maybe I want to level up that great building above level 10 one day. Platform 5 again requests ballistas for 2 reasons. They can eliminate the opponent's ballistas before they can hit, and archers are easy kills for ballistas. Finally, it is very simple to hit the rogue last when using ballistas. Against wave 2, we take advantage of the fact that the opponent has very slow units. We make their walk as long as possible. This map doesn't have specific fields to slow down the opponent's movement, but it is still enough to complete this wave without losses. The reward from this platform is always 5 forge points. Platform 6 first looks as if soldiers are a good choice. But against wave 2 they will be a very bad decision. Heavy units don't have specific bonus against cavalry, but they do their job very well. If the opponent has 1 or 2 heavy units, you can still use light units. But 7 heavy units in one wave are a bit too much. So I decided for heavy units, which then will also be able to defend against that single archer. With this team we complete the platform without losses. Again we receive goods. A battle city gets more goods than it needs without producing them. It usually doesn't spend goods regularly except donations to the guild treasury. Platform 7 makes a team selection a difficult decision. Ballistas would have too many losses, so we have to decide between light units and heavy units. I decide for the heavy units. While the battle against wave 1 looks very positive, the fight against the second wave takes extremely long. I lose 2 of my very limited rogues, and I'm not getting many replacement units as I still don't have an Alcatraz. Again we receive medals instead of the desired diamonds. No luck this week. The first wave of platform 8 has 4 archers and wave 2 then has 8 ballistas. Mounted warriors are a good choice again here. The 4 heavy units of wave 1 do not change this decision. Instead, I could have used ballistas again, but this would result in having a significant number of losses. Not producing ballistas, I wanted to avoid that. I also don't have a stable to reproduce mounted warriors, but there are not many situations to use them. Therefore, losing 2 of them is more acceptable. Losing rogues definitely is more painful. This time we receive a ritual flame instead of diamonds. Definitely not a lucky week. 3 50-50 decisions in a row were negative for me. The opponent's 8 heavy units at platform 9 are a clear invitation to use archers here. Finishing this battle without losses is not a surprise. The second wave then is a real challenge for archers. 8 fast units. We have to expect several lost units here, but archery ranges are very small and this enables me to have more than only 1. Therefore, I can afford some lost archers. Different to lost rogues, I can compensate lost archers easily. With this platform, there are no surprises with the rewards. It is always 5 forge points. At platform 10, I like to use 4 ballistas and 4 rogues. These enable me to kill the fast units of wave 1 before they can hit my units. Also, the opponent's ballistas are preferred targets. Afterwards, I have enough time to take care of all remaining units. Against wave 2, I didn't do my best this week. To use the strong hit of one of my rogues, I took the risk to receive more hits than necessary. I should have done the same as with an earlier platform. maximizing the distance between the opponent and me. In that case, I should have destroyed the opponent's ballista after my last rogue was converted. Again, we receive goods as reward. Wave 1 of platform 11 has 8 archers. This is a request to use fast units on my side, and they make their job pretty good. Against the second wave, the cavalry has more problems. Those who have enough ballistas and don't have to fear to lose some can also use ballistas here. Finally, we receive the diamonds and not the medals. Platform 12 again is an increase of the difficulty. Many heavy units are an invitation to use archers, but they have to fear the ballistas. My decision is influenced by the fact that I can easily reproduce archers, and losing some wouldn't be a problem. Losing a rogue against wave 2 is the bigger disadvantage, but it is not always avoidable. Depending on the map, this often ends better. I already have many tribal squares in my inventory. Platform 13 can be completed easily with 2 heavy units plus rogues. Both waves are without challenges. We meet the goal to avoid losing units as long as we still don't have an Alcatraz. This platform always provides 10 forge points. Platform 14 is a good opportunity for ballistas again. Against wave 1, I pay attention to attack my targets in the right order. As soon as all opponent ballistas are destroyed, I try to get as much distance to the opponent's units as possible. This way we complete this battle without losses. Wave 2 is just a repetition of wave 1 and ends with exactly the same result. Once again, we receive goods as reward. We use ballistas again at platform 15. I first eliminate the opponent's ballistas. For the slow units, I again move back to the maximum distance to the opponent. Wave 2 tries to make the heavy units a bit stronger by sacrificing the champion first. The champion's bonus is significant in the Iron Age, but the ballistas still succeed without problems. For the 4th time, the 50-50 decision is against us and we receive the medals instead of diamonds. A very bad week for diamonds. The final platform of level 4 can be managed with ballistas again. We again follow the same strategy. We first destroy the opponent's ballistas, then we bring our ballistas to the maximum distance to the opponent. This way we have enough time to finish all attackers. As this worked great against wave 1, it also works against wave 2. This battle does not contain surprises. No special tricks needed here. In the end, we receive a renovation kit. If there's something that you will never need in a battle city which will always remain in the Iron Age, then it is a renovation kit. I had very bad luck with my rewards this week. I hope you got a first impression of how the battles of Guild Expedition Level 4 in the Iron Age look like.